Ah, nothing beats soaking in the hot springs to melt away your stress. Going to this resort was the best choice. I sit on the edge of the pool, and with a sigh of relief I ease my legs into the water.
If it's that good, then get in. What's the point of sitting on the edge?
In the rising steam, I see Sylus resting against the edge. A haze has wrapped itself around him. You don't get it. To unwind, you have to take it slow. Let the feeling sink in from your toes to your head. A few days ago, I received an invitation from a hot spring resort. I was really busy before then. I was still wondering who sent it when Sylus called me. It's as if he got his cue.
Did you get the invitation?
A serene escape to the mountains with rejuvenating hot springs. Don't tell me this is another one of your business ventures.
It belongs to an old acquaintance of mine. I did a few favors for him, so he could have the location. The resort just opened, and he invited us to visit.
In other words, it's a business trip. And here I thought you had planned this getaway for me.
Why can't it be both? If I'm not mistaken, someone complained about her aching back and needing a break for a week.
Fine. If I agree to this, can we throw in a deluxe massage package?
That can be arranged. But only one masseur is available. And substitutions aren't an option. Pack your bags if you want to go. I'll pick you up tomorrow.
My thoughts return to the present. I look at Sylus, who's lounging a little too comfortably in the hot spring. I use my leg to splash water toward him. There goes my deluxe massage. Mr. Sylus decided to enjoy the hot spring without me.
I'm making sure the temperature is just right for my dear customer.
I eye the wooden basin with flower petals beside me. When Sylus isn't looking, I scoop up a handful and toss them at him. Petal attack. The brochure says the petals are good for your skin. Why don't you test that for me while you're at it? I grin at Sylus, who's now covered in petals. Carrying the warmth of Sylus's hand, wet petals touch my cheek, and I close my eyes.
I already tested them. They're effective. But even the finest hot spring water and petals won't work unless you experience them for yourself.
The water soothes my body and washes away my fatigue. I look up and notice a few birds have landed on the pool's edge. They're chirping at us non-stop. They're cute. I bet they'll get along with Mephisto.
Mephisto doesn't like uninvited guests. Something around here must have caught their attention.
Maybe it's the scented petals. I fish out a few from the water and cautiously hold them out to a bird. It ignores me and hops away. If it's not the petals, then are they curious about us?
You might want to narrow that down a little more, kitten.
I turn my head to see that 5 or 6 birds have somehow found their way to Sylus's head and shoulders. Seeing them use him as a perch is quite the spectacle. You... I grab my phone and aim it at him. But before I can hit the record button, a large hand touches my waist and pulls me closer.
You're just watching. Won't you lend a hand? If they keep this up, they're going to ruin our date.
It took quite a bit of effort, but we finally managed to get out of the hot spring without hurting the birds. But after that, a steady stream of small animals keeps flocking to Sylus. There are too many to chase away. Having returned to our hotel room, I lean against Sylus and pull up the association's database on my phone. I'm looking for similar cases. I found it. There was a wanderer attack in this area before. There's still residual energy, but thankfully it's not harmful to humans. You soaked in a hot spring whose waters were infused with that energy, so it gave you a trait that attracts small animals. If only we knew what it was exactly, it'd make things easier.
It's a scent.
Sylus holds up his phone and shows a few reports Luke and Kieran sent over.
Appearances can be changed and voices can be disguised. But for animals, scent is the most powerful signal. The hot spring gave me one, and it's irresistible to them.
Really? I sniffed the air around us. I've been next to you this whole time, though. My nose hasn't smelled anything weird.
You're too used to it. Those associated with the black-hearted will be stained. Why don't you come closer and get a good sniff? Maybe you'll notice it then.
With a knowing look, I lean toward the crook of Silas's neck and make a show of carefully sniffing my way down to his chest.
Well?
It smells different. There's this fresh, fruity scent. It reminds me of the juice we had during breakfast today.
You did all that sniffing to say I smell like our breakfast.
I wasn't thorough enough. I should try again. Knowing exactly what Sylus wants, I grab the collar of his shirt, pull it open, and then press my nose against his neck. I can feel his warmth. Silas's hand rests on the back of my head, his palm carrying a gentle morning warmth.
How long do you plan to keep this up?
There's a series of soft sounds outside the window. We turn to look. The culprits are gone, but they left a pile of wild berries and flowers on the windowsill. Since those animals can't get to you, they're trying to win you over with gifts. Sylus opens the window and sweeps the presents inside with one hand. He picks up a small flower and examines it.
These trinkets can hardly impress me.
I pluck out 2 branches with berries as red as rubies. I then hold them up to his head and pretend they're a pair of horns. The branches are nice, though. They must have picked the best for you. Not everyone gets this kind of special treatment.
So you're saying I should thank them?
Exactly. If you're a little nicer, they might give us a break the next time we go out.
Returning favors isn't my style.
Sylus runs his fingers through my hair and tucks in several of the prettiest flowers.
But borrowing their gifts and giving them to you, that's not a bad idea.
Concerned that Silas's new scent might be troublesome for him, I keep an eye on what he's doing. In the meantime, the resort owner invited us to a mixology event. Standing by the wardrobe, I place a heavy coat on Sylus, make sure it's tight, and then wind a scarf snugly around his collar. There. That should do it. Bundled up like a zongji, Sylus wriggles out of his wrappings and sets the coat aside.
The venue is sealed off. Animals can't get in, so worrying is pointless.
But people might smell it. What if someone...
You're worried that other people might be attracted to my scent, like those animals.
I'm concerned about your safety. I grab a strawberry from the fruit platter and shove it into Sylus's mouth.
Don't worry. I've made several observations since then. You're the only human here who can detect my scent. In other words, only those who can truly sense it are drawn to it.
Despite our exchange, I still drag Sylus over to an unoccupied cocktail table in the corner. It's a DIY event where guests can choose their ingredients to make a unique drink. I put a few into my mixing glass and carefully stir. Sylus, however, doesn't reach for anything on the table. He approaches the refreshments and returns with a glass of fruit juice. Is that the same one we had during breakfast the other day?
It also has a few other flavors you said you liked.
Sylus swirls the mixing glass. The ice cubes float and clink inside it.
With these, I can make a special drink that's uniquely yours. It's one of a kind.
Then I'll make a Sylus cocktail. I follow his lead and add lemon slices, pomegranate juice, and a splash of strong liquor to my mixing glass. But something's still missing. As I look at the other ingredients, I notice a rich aroma. It's coming from a bottle beside Sylus. I pick it up and do a taste test. It's not as bold as it smells. That's odd. Its scent is intense, but the flavor is almost flat. Sylus, do you want to try it? Sylus leans in and takes a sip from my glass. The fragrance blooms around us and captivates my senses.
Your palate isn't deceiving you. It's not the flavor you're looking for. I have a theory.
Sylus wraps his arm around my shoulders. Between him and that intoxicating scent, I find myself moving closer to his butt.
Are you sure you're smelling the liquor?
I look up. Sylus's face is just a breath away from mine, and the rich aroma envelops me. Now I know whose scent it is. Surrendering myself, I close my eyes and lean toward him. A low chuckle rumbles from Sylus's throat.
I guess I was right.
Sylus pours the cocktail he's mixed into a glass and places it in my hand.
Those who can sense it will be drawn in. Everything else doesn't matter.
After the cocktail event, Sylus's scent seems to become more alluring to me by the day. I discovered that it's not always present. It changes and takes on different forms to fit the moment. I am unable to resist. I secretly wish to be wrapped in that scent forever. I want more of it, and then some. So, this deal involves a protocore energy under the resort.
He supplies the energy, and I provide the protection. We're getting what we need.
Not too long ago, the resort owner invited us to meet at a tea house. On the way there, I peek at Sylus's phone and use it as a chance to press my nose against his shoulder. He definitely can't be a pushover since he made a deal with you.
That's why I'm bringing my most trusted hunter. In any case, there's a more pressing issue at hand.
Sylus extends his arm toward me. I breathe in the lingering scent in the air. Under my hopeful gaze, Sylus knowingly moves his arm, only to reach past me to close the car window.
You seem to be more affected by this than I am.
Well, a certain someone keeps flaunting himself in front of me every day. I latch onto his arm, get in a big sniff, and then pinch him for good measure. When Silas and I arrive at the tea house, we're greeted by a kind-looking old man.
Have you been enjoying your stay so far? If anything hasn't been to your liking, please let me know.
Let's skip the pleasantries and talk about work.
Silas and I take our seats. Mr. Howard seems somewhat uneasy facing Silas, but he quickly gets to the point.
That's the current situation. And aside from the protocore, there's something else that might require your attention. Some flies have picked up on your trail. They're starting to buzz around. I'm aware of what you're both capable of, but if it's necessary, my associates can always...
So, someone's plotting against us. Silas and I exchange a look. We understand what each other is thinking.
A few flies won't be enough to spoil our vacation.
I sip the tea and notice a different aroma coming from Silas. He smells like a delicious meal. This is bad. Why did his scent change to that? I try to focus on the conversation, but the fragrance keeps sneaking past my defenses.
Yes, of course. Your methods are without a doubt.
My stomach suddenly lets out a loud growl. Both men stop talking and turn to look at me.
We'll end our discussion about a pointless topic here. It's time for dinner.
Under the table, Silas takes my hand.
All right. The kitchen has already prepared the main course and appetizers. I hope you'll enjoy yourselves. I won't bother you anymore.
As Mr. Howard departs, an array of exquisite dishes is brought to our table. I dig in eagerly, but the hunger stirred by his scent isn't easily satiated by food.
The cuisine here is of the highest quality.
Silas unhurriedly straightens my napkin for me.
The scent alone is enough to make one's mouth water.
And whose fault is that? I jab his arm and shove a piece of steak into his mouth. There we go. The culprit can enjoy the first bite.
What about you? You keep giving me all the good stuff.
I'll find something. I move closer to Silas's arm, savoring the delicious aroma, and bite him. Honestly, this beats everything on the menu. After exhausting all the standard offerings at the resort, Silas and I find ourselves becoming increasingly bored. Searching for something new, I choose an escape room that's supposedly thrilling as our next stop. Only when we arrive do we discover that the place is practically abandoned. The facilities are falling apart, and there's not a soul in sight. Who knew it'd be so hard to find something exciting? Looks like today's adventure is a dud. Silas snatches an animatronic bat that was flying toward us. Interested, he inspects its rusty wings.
Not exactly, kitten. How many people get to explore the ruins of an escape room?
We pass through a corridor until a revolving door appears in our line of sight. I move ahead of Silas, but after waiting for a while, he doesn't appear from the other side. Silas, are you there? The lights suddenly go out, and the door locks itself. Unease creeps in. I call out to him.
Are you scared because you can't find me?
Silas's voice drifts through a window in the wall. The revolving door must have sent him to the adjacent room. I'm worried. It's dark in here. I can't even make out your face.
Since you're extremely concerned about me, find a way to leave that place so we can regroup. The clue should be somewhere in the room.
A faint fragrance, refreshing and soothing, wafts in through the window. My body relaxes and my mind feels clear. Okay, sit tight and wait for your hunter to come rescue you. As the last puzzle clicks into place, the lock opens. I'm immediately enveloped in that cool fragrance.
Well done.
We move toward the next room together when the eerie music abruptly stops. A chill runs down my spine. My instincts tell me that we're not alone. I can also hear heavy breathing. Sylus, if we assume that's a sound effect, it's probably the most realistic one so far.
I agree. You practically can't ignore it. I guess it's a good thing. Your thrill got upgraded.
I push open the door. The strange sounds move closer and my body tenses.
When a place is left unattended, pests are bound to crawl in.
Sylus sweeps his arm, and a wave of black-red mist slams the wall. Cracks appear on it. Under the pressure, several strangers emerge from the darkness. The heavy breathing grows louder.
You two are tough, but this is our turf.
Chains rattle nearby. Several mutated beasts slink out of the shadows.
Go! Rip them to shreds! Why are you looking at us like that?
I didn't expect someone to appear with harmless creatures of this caliber.
At some point, the beasts have curled up around Sylus like oversized kittens. A few have even rolled over and happily exposed their bellies.
How? We spent ages training them!
The mist coils around our enemies. I quickly move and restrain them. So, they're the ones Mr. Hauer warned us about.
They've been lurking in the shadows for days and tracking our every move.
Sylus idly gives a beast a chin rub.
They threw in a few extra goodies. Did you enjoy yourself?
I mimic Sylus's gesture and stroke his head. Not bad, but I think someone else actually had fun. Isn't that right, Beast Sovereign? On the last day of our vacation, Sylus and I leave the resort by yacht. A cool, refreshing breeze drifts past us. I sink into a lounge chair and enjoy this rare instance of sunbathing.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah, too bad this is our last day. I playfully tap the parasol over Sylus's head.
If you want to spice it up, I can make certain arrangements.
Sylus wraps his knuckles on the deck. The yacht lurches forward. Caught off guard, I tumble into his arms. If that turn was a little sharper, we'd be swimming right now.
Haven't we always wanted a bit of excitement during our downtime, though? Hold on tight. There's going to be another turn.
The water splashes us, and I cling to Sylus's waist while riding the wave of adrenaline. A flock of white little egrets suddenly appears. Worried they might swoop toward Sylus, I quickly push his head under the parasol. To my surprise, as birds don't approach us, they scatter with the wave's seed spray.
Your reflexes are good, kitten, but your threat assessment could use some work.
Sylus wraps a towel around me. I bury my face into the crook of his neck and breathe in his warm, soothing scent. Those little egrets didn't care about your scent.
Since they're not vying for a spot, you're the only one who was caught.
Should I thank them for leaving? I roll into Sylus's embrace and bury my face in his chest. Content, I close my eyes. Sylus, I've been thinking, your scent doesn't just change based on our circumstances. It becomes what we need in that moment. It's a floral fragrance at the hot spring, reminiscent of alcohol when we were mixing drinks, like a tasty meal at the tea house, and soothing in an escape room. I gently tug Sylus's collar.
What does it smell like now?
It's a scent that just makes me happy.
What an intriguing theory. I like it.
His hand brushes against my shoulder as he reaches for something beside the lounge chair. He pulls out a bottle of cologne.
Unfortunately, you're probably smelling this.
I open my eyes, sniff the cologne, then press my face against his chest. So, the energy's effect is gone?
It vanished this morning. Isn't it nice to have one less problem to worry about?
Not really. I mean, you won't be swarmed by animals anymore, but I...
Lost a source of happiness.
I push myself up and hold Sylus's chin. Come to think of it, weren't you rather pleased with that special power, Mr. Sylus?
Why wouldn't I like an evil that makes you stick to me like glue? Especially when it made you act on instinct. The more honest you were, the more interesting the experience.
Sounds like an energy worth investigating.
And this exploration you speak of starts with us.
Sylus's kiss is accompanied by a sweet, intoxicating warmth. I close my eyes and lose myself in the desire I can't quite touch.
For the first step, I already discovered the scent you like the most. A Sylus cocktail that's one of a kind. It's yours. You can savor it for as long as you want.
Sylus seems to be in a good mood.
Your hands are being mischievous. What do you want to do, exactly?
I'll sneakily scare him. As the mist clears, Sylus quirks an eyebrow at me.
When a kitten doesn't make any noise with her footsteps on purpose, she's usually up to no good. Are you having fun with my shadow?
Sylus's shadow is perfect. The sun is too strong. Help me block it. See? I'm not the only one who thinks so. Even these birds are hiding in your shadow. Which means it's the ideal summer getaway destination.
Yes, you know how to claim your territory. This retreat is yours. They just happen to be enjoying your privilege. Come here. If you want to escape the sun, this spot is better.
Sylus, our shadows overlap and look like a giant beast.
Really? Being targeted by a beast is dangerous. It'll do something like this and swallow helpless prey whole. See? The bird sensed danger and flew away.
They're too timid. They lack the courage to venture into the beast's heart.
Oh? I guess this brave hunter has her own thoughts about certain things.
That's right. Only I know that the shadow is the safest place in the world.
The shadow is yours. Naturally, its master belongs to you as well. Besides, you've become part of this beast's soul, right?
The mist draped Sylus's back like a sheer veil.
Your hands are being mischievous. What do you want to do, exactly?
The new bathrobe suits Sylus. It's almost like he saw it. As the mist clears, Sylus quirks an eyebrow at me.
I saw a bathrobe with colorful patterns in the closet. Did you mug one of the peacocks on the mountain?
You can find normal bathrobes everywhere. Don't you want to try on some of the local clothing?
If I'm the only one wearing it, then it's pointless.
I picked this pattern because it suits you.
Why didn't you pick one for yourself then? Experiencing local culture is only fun when we do it together. I'll pick out some clothes for you.
This is a hidden gem I found just for you. There wasn't another like it in the store.
Have you ever wondered why it might be a hidden gem in the first place? You and the store owner would get along. Especially when it comes to having a taste in aesthetics.
I'll be blunt. I want to see you wear special clothing. Name your price.
You're so bold, kitten. You can afford any price I name.
You know what I'm capable of. The choice is yours.
Let me think. Recently, there have been new arms production lines with interesting weapons. My armory in the N109 zone could be expanded.
On second thought, this outfit isn't worthy of you. Let's forget about it.
You can look at the new stock and take your pick once we're back. And of course, I'll wear whatever you choose for me. We'll have matching outfits and let the whole world see.
The hazy steam traces the outline of Sylus's back.
Your hands are being mischievous. What do you want to do, exactly?
Sylus knows the language. I don't get the words, but... Will Sylus reveal a surprise? As the mist clears, Sylus quirks an eyebrow at me.
A hot spring that can accelerate wound healing is worth looking into. The village where the hot spring is located at only speaks in their native tongue. These past few days gave me enough time to practice.
Other than combat training, I rarely see you put effort into practicing.
Your faith in me is more than what you let on, huh?
You always look like you have everything under control.
That won't always happen. You're someone who constantly surprises me. I thought you figured it out already.
Then let's practice together. What should we start with?
The most important phrases, of course.
Oh, I know. You're talking about hello and thank you?
Your creativity for ruining the mood never fails to surpass my expectations. We're practicing with each other. Is guessing the correct answer too hard for you?
If you're my translator, I won't need to practice.
In a new environment with a foreign language, you'll let me handle the communication problems? Trusting others too readily often comes with a price. If I'm your translator, be prepared for me to exploit that.
Learning a new language for one hot spring trip isn't very Sylus.
It's useful, which is what matters. Investing a bit of my time is nothing.
Now, that sounds like something you'd say. Have you been practicing how to speak Sylus, too?
Should I compile some notes on how to imitate me? You might be able to fool some idiots. I never practiced, and you don't need to either.
Why not? If I can have a commanding aura like you, it'd help me avoid a lot of trouble.
True. But you seem to be misunderstanding something about yourself. Haven't you noticed? The way we speak already sounds similar.
Through the mist, the person before me is difficult to see clearly.
You're doing mist splashing now? Let's call a truce while I prepare myself.
Sylus looks relaxed. I want to try hydromancy. I'll use it on Sylus. As the mist clears, Sylus quirks an eyebrow at me.
Someone who talked about embracing local customs has been fiddling with hydromancy techniques behind me for a while now. If you don't say something soon, I'm turning around.
Don't you dare leave. I'm ready. Let me gain some insights on your heart.
I thought this was something you'd know already, so you don't need any sort of divination. But if you're interested, I'm more than happy to oblige. The leaf I cast has drifted over to you, my dearest fortune teller. What does that mean?
It means your thoughts are linked to me, of course. While I was walking, I heard that talented fortune tellers can divine fate using hydromancy. Sylus, have you ever wondered about what our fate will be?
I can't see it, and I can't be bothered to ask. Rather than have something as ephemeral as mist, I prefer what I can firmly hold in my grasp. Isn't our fate already in our own hands?
I knew you'd say that. I feel the same way. Even through the thickest mist, I'll hold on to you. Do you have any burning questions? You can tell me. Just so you know, I'm a rookie. If I'm wrong, you can only blame the water.
Someone's irresponsible. Are you asking me to gamble? Well, I'll go easy on you. Let's start with something you can see, such as what thrills await us on our hot spring trip.
Let me see. Chilling excitement, wondrous joys, a plot worthy of being turned into a movie.
Are you satisfied with what you saw?
I give up on interpreting the results. My arms are sore. Doing this fortune teller act is exhausting.
I thought your readings were accurate.
That's because I already know you inside and out. Reading your mind is a piece of cake.
You're right. Meanwhile, a certain kitten's tail is sticking straight up. Since you know me so well, whether it's excitement or wondrous joys, until this journey ends, you're responsible for satisfying my desires.